Lovely. So today is all about releasing the upper tension and the lower tension that our body holds on to. So with tight shoulders, we store a lot of our daily stresses in our shoulders. When we're driving, our shoulders are always rounded. When we're doing washing up, we're always hunched. So we don't take that time to just be able to release that area. Even just by expanding your arms out and opening that chest. So remember, by stretching those shoulders, all you have to do is open that chest. Tension in this area can cause headaches, stiffness. So it is very important to try and stretch your shoulders on a regular basis. This will help to loosen them and also strengthen them. And if you carry on doing this, just like I said, on a regular basis, you'll be able to improve the feeling around this area and your wellness as well. Tight hips. So like the shoulders, we hold a lot of stress here as well. We hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So being able to do some hip openers will help to alleviate stress. By stretching and strengthening them, you're able to connect to your stress response muscles, which are your psoas muscles, which are muscles deep inside your hips. So poses that we're doing today are all like hip openers. So anything where we're opening our hips, this will help to align the legs, the back, and also help to gain more mobility in these areas. So we're really going to work on focusing on these areas today, and the little poses that you can use. I've kept them quite short, so I think we've got about 5 poses for releasing tension on the upper half of the body, and then about 5 poses to release the lower body. And also with the hips, when we hold these emotions in, this is what causes us pain, sciatica, down the legs, in the back. So we're going to really work on easing all these stresses that we have. We don't need stresses during these stressful times either. So I really do hope you enjoy. So we're just going to begin sitting cross-legged, always starting with our posture. So just moving the flesh away from the buttocks. If you're a bit uncomfortable sitting cross-legged, extend your legs out, sit however you want to sit, as long as you are comfortable and you're able to sit nice and tall. If you feel like you can't sit nice and tall for any reason, or it's hurting, just grab a pillow and you can just pop it underneath your buttocks, and this will just help to bring the hips up, and also it will help you to sit up more straight as well. You'll find you might be a bit more comfortable like this. So this is all about being comfortable. I want you to feel nice while you're doing these exercises. So, checking in with our posture, just moving the flesh away from the buttocks, expanding those sitting bones so we can really feel that connection to the earth. And then we're going to begin to close our eyes a moment. Bring all your awareness to the foundation, the root, which is located by your sitting bones and the base of your spine. And then we're going to use the breath to gradually sit nice and tall. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders, relax your facial muscles, your jaw, your hands. Allow the body to soften, but continue to lengthen. Keep that length, making sure the chin is nice and parallel to the earth. And we're just going to start to observe the breath. So not trying to change the breath in any way, just noticing every single breath that you're putting out into the universe today. Inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling back out the nostrils, keeping that heat within the body. Feeling where your breath may be restricted. Do you feel like there's blockages within the body that's stopping your breath flowing freely within your body? And this is why we sit nice and tall as well, because if you notice, when you're slouched, your breathing is so restricted. So even tight shoulders can even cause restriction in the breath. So it's always good to just check in with your posture daily and use the breath. So every inhale you lengthen, and every exhale you surrender the body, soften the body. And now we're going to begin to deepen the breath. So nice deep inhalations and nice slow long exhalations. Inhale and exhale to what is comfortable for you, but just try to make them a little bit longer. And as you're doing this, I want you to start breathing from the tummy. So as you inhale, feel the rise of the tummy. And as you exhale, feel the fall of the tummy. Inhale, the tummy rises. Exhale, the tummy falls. Filling that tummy with the air and then releasing. Excellent. So now I invite you now to open your eyes and just sort of take note of how you're feeling now, to how you felt when the class first started. So the breath alone can help to calm the mind and soften every part of your body, ready for your practice. It's so important to start with the breath and also your posture. And it also helps you to be more mindful of your posture, more mindful of your breath while you're doing the poses. So I will keep checking in, making sure you're seated nice and tall. We don't want no slouching, we want that breath to flow freely. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we're going to start with the jaw. Now the jaw, we tend to clench our teeth quite a lot and don't realise, and this actually is really bad and causes headaches. So we're going to do some jaw stretches. So it's going to be a bit funny, but we're going to do it. So we're going to open our mouth, give a big, like as if you're yawning, and close. And then we're going to move the bottom of the jaw around. So really stretch that jaw. We don't do this enough, only when we yawn. Excellent. And this is a funny one. This is called the lion pose. And this is actually helping us to stretch our jaw. And what we've got to do here is breathe in. And as you go to breathe out, poke your tongue out. One more time. You're breathing in and excellent. Don't worry, I'm not recording you. So now we're going to come down to the neck area. So we're going to use the breath to really release tension around these areas. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, the first one, we're going to do 3 breaths. So inhale and exhale with 1 breath. We're going to do 3 breaths. As we inhale, we lengthen. As we exhale, we're going to drop the chin down to the chest. And then as we inhale, we're going to clasp our hands together. We're going to inhale all the way back, and we're going to place our hand under our chin and just push our head back. As you exhale, release the hands, bringing the chin all the way down to the chest. Inhale, bringing those clasped hands underneath your chin. Inhaling, pushing it all the way back. Exhale, release. Chin down to the chest. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. One more time. Inhale. Bringing the hands under the chin. Exhale. Release. Bring the chin down to the chest. And then we're going to inhale, come back to your neutral position, bringing the head in line with the spine. Excellent. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And we're going to try to push this shoulder down, not with your hands, just with your shoulder there. And breathe in to that side, to the left side of the neck. Breathe into that stretch, and on an exhale, allow it to soften. One more breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring the head back to, on top of the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the left ear to the left shoulder and allowing that the right shoulder to drop down. Not trying to strain it, but just allowing it to naturally fall so you can get a deeper stretch in the right side. Using the breath, inhaling into that stretch. And as you exhale, allow that stretch to soften. And on your next in-breath, we're going to bring the head back to center. Lovely. And now we're just going to do some head rolls. So what you're going to do here, really be mindful of how the head is moving. So as you take a deep breath in, we're going to exhale, chin to chest. As we inhale, we're going to bring the right ear round to the right shoulder. Bring the head all the way round as we get to the back. We're going to exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Bring the chin back to the chest. And we're going to inhale up and carry on this sequence, this synchronizing of the breath and movement. Allowing every part of your neck to stretch. And then we're going to move the other way. Once you've done a full round, we're going to start moving the opposite way. So inhale as you're coming up and exhale as you're coming down. Continue this for 2 more breaths. Allowing your shoulders to relax, allow your body to relax. And coming back to center. And now we're just going to do a little exercise of shoulder shrugs. So this is just, again, like the jaw, when I was getting you to clench the jaw and release. This is just to make you realize what is tense and what is relaxed. So we're just going to bring our arms down to the sides. And as we inhale, we're going to inhale, but when we bring the shoulders up, we're just going to pause. And then as we exhale, we're going to lower the shoulders with the breath and allow them just to relax. Allow them to become limp and just relax. Remember, seated nice and tall. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, release, relax. One more time. Inhale, bring those shoulders towards the ears. And exhale, relax. And just give your hands a shake. Release any pent up tension. Perfect. So now we're going to do a little exercise here. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So with this, we're bringing the chin forward. So what I want is you to keep your head, neck and spine completely in line. More naturally than anything. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're bringing the chin forward, but not trying to strain it, but you're just bringing it forward. And as you inhale, bringing it back in line with the spine and in line with the neck. Take a deep breath in, exhale, forward, and inhale, coming back. One more time. I'm just going to watch you all. Lovely. So not trying to force it, just letting it naturally come forward. Perfect. Lovely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come onto our hands and knees in tabletop position. So hands, fingers nice and spread, wrist in line with the shoulders, gazing back at the knees, making sure that they're in line with the hips. Try to not let the belly dip. This puts pressure on the lower back, so you just want to slightly draw the navel in towards the spine and get that nice, natural, straight back. So we're going to do something called cat-cows. So this is really good for the shoulders, because as you inhale, you're going to allow the tummy to drop. You're going to draw the shoulders back and you're going to look up. And you're arching the back there, as if your bum's poking up in the air. And then as you exhale, push the hands into the earth, round the back, bringing the chin into the chest, and rounding those shoulders. So inhale, bring the chest up, shoulders back, looking up. Exhale, pushing down, rounding the back, rounding the shoulders. And continue this for 3 more breaths. So inhaling up, looking up, open that chest. Exhale, rounding the back. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. And inhale, coming back to your neutral position. Lovely. What I'm going to get you to do here is we can try this. We're just going to come up into standing, and we're going to come to a nice wide stance. This is our last of the shoulder opening. What I want you to do, I'm going to stand here just so you can see me. I want you to bring the hands round to the back. Now, if your shoulders are not very open, you will struggle to do this. So if you do, I'll give you a modification, something else that you can do. So what you want here is to bring your fingers together, interlace your fingers, and you want to really draw those shoulder blades together and open that chest. Now, if you find that you can't and you're locked here, it doesn't matter. We're all built differently. So certain people can't do it. I'm quite flexible with my elbows, so my arms can turn in, so it's a bit easier for me to do. If the other alternative is just taking hold of each opposite elbows and then just drawing the shoulder blades together and able to open. Really feel that chest opening. Okay, so to deepen this a little further, so we're going to inhale, draw those shoulder blades together, open that chest. Now as we exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips and we're going to come into a wide stance, forward fold. We're going to rotate those shoulders, open the shoulders, and just breathe deeply. Breathe deeply into the space in between the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. If this is too much, don't worry about doing a forward fold, that's absolutely fine. You can just open the chest. And as you exhale, relax. And as you inhale, open the chest. Lovely. Well done, ladies. And as you come out of this, take a deep breath in, come back up, and exhale, release the hands. Perfect. So we're going to move on to our lovely hip openers now. So hopefully you feel a bit more, less stiff up in this area. give a couple of shoulder rolls, yeah. I like that one, Nina. Lovely, and reverse back. So we're going to sit down now. Right, these are my favourite ones. I love these. So we're going to bring the legs extended out in front of us. And we're going to do something now called rock the baby. So we're going to bring that right foot and place it in between the left elbow, at the back of the elbow there. So it's really in the crease. Right elbow on your knee and clasp your fingers. So I'm going to come a bit closer, hopefully you can see. So like this. Is everyone all right doing that? If not, I can give you an alternative, so don't worry. Yeah, lovely. So what we're going to do, it's all in what I said, it's rocking the baby. So we're just going to rock from side to side, helping to relieve those emotions, those stress that we store in the hips. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. I won't sing again. Lovely. And now what we're going to do is take the right foot with the right hand, so the fingers are on the sole, and we're going to swing that leg open. Whee! I'm going to come back, Lovely. That's it. Keep going. Couple more. We're going to feel lovely after all this. Well done. And release that leg. Just give your legs a little shake. Lovely. And then we're going to move on to the left leg this time. So left foot in between the crease of your arm and knee in the other crease of the other arm. Interlace your fingers interlace your fingers if you can. If you can't, then that's fine. If you can't reach like that, then even just holding this leg with your hand. And we're going to rock the baby. My cat's getting involved. Hello, beautiful. Excellent. Couple more rocks. Give a nice stretch in the side of the thigh and the glutes. And then we're going to take hold of the foot with the left hand. Just bring the right hand to the back of you just to give you a bit of support. And we're going to swing it in and out. Lovely. Opening those hips. Lovely. This is really going to help to achieve the alignment your body deserves. Get rid of those everyday stresses. Perfect. And release that leg and give your legs a little shake. Oh, lovely. Give them a little tap as well. Get that blood flowing, that circulation going. Perfect. So now we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and draw your heels back to as far as you can. And just allow the legs to hang out naturally. Now, if it feels too tight, again, you can get some cushions and you can prop them either side, just underneath your knees, to just give you a bit more support. And we're just gonna close our eyes a minute and we're just gonna breathe into this space. We're getting a nice stretch in the inner thigh, a nice hip opener. I'm just going to rock back and forth. So on an inhale coming up, on an exhale coming down. So as you come down, you'll be able to feel that stretch a little deeper on the inside of your legs. And with each breath, see if you can get a bit lower. Do a few more breaths. So it is saying I've got 10 minutes on here, but if it cuts out, we move on to the next one, but I should be fine. And inhale, come up. Okay, so we're gonna do a nice pose now called lizard pose. This is one of my favorite hip openers. So the idea here is to come into a plank, but you can come onto your knees here. So you're basically in a plank. I'll do it this leg so you can see. So you can either come in a full plank or half a plank with your knees on the floor. And then you're going to bring that, you're going to start with the right, but I'm just doing my left here quickly. You're going to bring that leg on the outer side of your left arm. Okay, so you can keep the knee down to intensify the stretch. Bring that the left leg back up. Like on this side, it'll be easier. So we start with the right. Bring that on the outer edge so it looks like this. Excellent. Let me come and have a look. Right, so you want the knee, Nina, on the other side of your arm. On the outer, that's it. Yep, bring that arm inside of that leg. So it's like this. You see? So that arm inside. Yes, yeah. Does it hurt? Right. So just stay as you are. And then what you're going to do is take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just bring the right arm up and allow that right leg to just drop out. You're getting a nice stretch in the glutes, in the side of the thighs, opening the hips. and breathing into that space. So, yeah, and allow the leg to come naturally out to the right. And you should be able to feel that stretch a bit deeper. Excellent. So as you're here, what I want you to do, sit up slightly. Just listen carefully, I'll speak slowly. So bring that right foot near your left hand. Bring the hands shoulder width apart, and then you're going to drop that right knee towards your right hand. So the right foot is by the left hand, the right knee. Excellent. This is pigeon pose. This is such a good pose. Now, if you feel like your hips are a bit crooked, in yoga we say try to keep the hips square. Again, you can use a pillow to just prop it up underneath your right bum cheek, and sit nice and tall. So I'm coming to just see how that is. So the back leg we want out straight. So you're sitting on that right leg, and the left leg bring out nice and straight, so the leg is completely on the floor, but from the top of the thigh, it's coming up. It's not connected to the earth. And we're going to push the fingers into the earth and keep a nice length. Now, if you really want to try and deepen this pose, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, surrender back down. But also what I'd like to point out, the closer you bring the leg in, the more easier it is. So if you want a deeper stretch, you bring that leg out more. But if you find that your hips are coming off the floor, bring that leg back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, try to lower your torso onto that leg and rest the head on the floor. So remember, always using that inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, release the chest into that thigh. This is a very deep stretch, so if that's too much, just come back. Right, to release out of this pose, you're going to inhale, come onto the back tiptoes and lift that leg back up. And just come seated and just give your legs a little shake. Excellent. We've got 2 more poses, guys. So we're just going to do the left side, and then we've got 1 more pose left. Right, so I'm going to do the left side with lizard. So coming either into half a plank or full plank. And then we're going to bring that left leg round to the left arm on the outer side of the arm. This is a very deep stretch, so just do what is comfortable for you. Don't try to push yourself too much at the moment. Just really focus. You don't want any injury, so you really want to just read your body. Excellent. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to lean onto the right hand and bring that left arm up, and just allow that left knee to drop outwards. So you may find that you're coming onto the side of your left foot to be able to really bring that out. But don't try to force it, just let it naturally hang to the side. And just breathing deeply into that space. Excellent. And just lowering that right knee down if it's not already down. Bring that right foot to the left hand and the right knee, the left foot to the right hand and the knee to the left hand. And stretch that right leg all the way back. Coming into your pigeon. Remember, you can use a pillow here just to place it underneath your left hip. Just to be able to be in this pose, this pigeon pose, more comfortably. Breathing into that area. Sometimes you'll find that you're more tight on another side, so it's really good by doing the right and the left, because you're able to see what side is more tighter, what side you need to work on more. So it's a great way to get to know your body. Lovely. And again, to come out of this pose, we'll try lay down one. So coming back in, inhale, really arch that back, and as you exhale, see if you can lay down and relax. You're pushing yourself that little further to give an extra stretch in the thighs and opening those hips, releasing all those emotions. Beautiful. And inhale, walk the hands back up, slowly coming up. And then to release, just exhale first, and then inhale, come up onto your tiptoes at the back, bringing that left leg out, and then we're going to come to seated position. So if you have got a pillow or a cushion, just pop it behind you for your head, and we're just going to lay back like the butterfly pose. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to lay back, allow the knees just to fall out to the side, arms out to the side, and just take a nice few deep inhalations and a nice long exhale, just releasing any more tension in those hips, allowing those hips to release those stresses. This is great for the pelvis. Just naturally hanging out, breathing into that space inside your hips. And remember, as you exhale, softening that area just a little bit more. And as you inhale, bring the knees back together. And you're going to roll onto your right side and slowly push yourself up into seated position.